one. It's a small one, something like what that Billy Hanley has, and it don't have all the stuff like that one has. It just has three different things.
What have you done with it that's interesting?
Well, I took the mouthpiece and I put it in where the earphone goes. Now you could hear it that way. And I done the earpiece, and I put it in where the microphone goes, and I can talk through it, but it doesn't work too good.
Okay, thank you. Now let's talk to a girl. And your name?
Judy Robinson.
Now, I might tell you all that I'm going to be asking you your name. I know your name, but we got to put it out on tape. And let's see, you live, I believe, over on Madison Street.
No.
What is the street?
737 Card Street.
Mm-hmm. Has your mother had her hair fixed lately?
Yes.
About 10 o'clock?
Yes.
See, I believe you have a little brother and a big brother.
Yes.
How about telling us about them?
Well, my little brother is 7 years old, and he's in the 2nd grade, and his name's Steve. And, well, and my oldest brother lives in Arizona in Phoenix, and he's 22, and he's tall and he has black hair, and he's married.
Is he kind of handsome or ugly like you?
He's handsome.
Now, the reason why I said that because she calls me ugly every once in a while, so I call her that. Don't you? That's what I thought. Of course, she was telling the truth. All right, now let's talk to this next girl. And your name?
Dorothy Jones.
Come a little closer, Dorothy, and I won't have to reach so far. Have you heard your voice before taped?
Yes.
How did it sound?
Crazy.
It didn't sound like Dorothy?
No.
Is your middle name Ann?
Yes.
Which name you like the best?
Ann.
You'd rather we all call you Ann, is that right? Are you expecting to see Santa Claus?
Yes.
What do you think he'll bring you, Dorothy?
Transistor radio.
Well, that'd really be nice, won't it? How many transistors are you going to get?
8 or 9.
Well, that'll really pick up things real good. Why do you want a transistor radio?
To hear music.
You don't have a radio at home?
Yes.
Well, what's the advantages of having a transistor?
You can carry it in your purse.
That's right. Okay. All right, we'll have another girl, and come up. You're going to have to come a lot closer than that, so I hate to have to reach out there. I bet you're kind of mean, aren't you?
Yes.
Are you really mean?
Yeah.
How mean are you?
Pretty mean.
It's pretty mean, huh? Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes.
Are they in school?
Yes.
About how many?
3.
Are you the oldest?
No.
You have a brother that's older than you, don't you?
Yes.
Now you tell us about what Santa Claus is going to bring you.
Oh, he's going to bring me some clothes and a bunch of junk.
Bunch of junk, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let's see, some clothes and a bunch of junk. Is he going to get it out the city dump?
No.
Well, where do you, junkyard?
No.
Where do you get junk?
Harrisburg, here.
They got a junk store over there?
No.
Oh, you meant just a lot of other things, is that right? Oh, that's what I thought. Now, let's see. What's your favorite subject besides science?
Language arts.
Science is really your favorite, isn't it?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Now, remember now, I'm putting this on tape, and you're supposed to act like it's your favorite. Because I may want to play this to somebody, you know. Everybody says, oh, yeah, science is fine. They say, boy, they really like that. And you think language arts is interesting?
Yes.
Who's your language arts teacher?
Mr. Finney.
You just keep backing off. All right, let's talk to this girl. And another girl, and let's see, maybe we can get your name.
Sheila Farley.
And what? Did I get your name? Anyway, it was Karen Stanley if I didn't. And Sheila, how about Jesse and James?
What about them?
Well, I don't know. What about them? Are they still as mean as ever?
Yes.
I think that James is trying to play basketball, isn't he?
Yeah, Jimmy is.
That's what I call James. It's the same one, isn't it? And he's really growing.
Yes.
And you're too far away too. Have to reach way over here for you. See, get him between these two. No, don't hit me. Well, let's see now, Sheila. What do you like to do when you're not around school?
Well, I like to read books at home.
What kind of books do you prefer?
Well, about kids and things like that.
You mean kind of like adventure books?
Uh-huh.
And did I ask you about Santa Claus?
No.
Tell us. What are you going to get? What Santa Claus is going to bring you?
I don't know.
I mean, you haven't talked to him yet. Okay, now let's start with Bobby, and we'll go down that row. All right, we have one row now completed. We're going to start down another row. And your name?
Bobby Oliver.
Do you like that name?
Uh-huh.
Yes. It seems as though you brought or had a small tape recorder. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you know what kind it is?
No.
What have you done with this tape recorder that was kind of interesting?
Oh, I tape voices, and I tape Mr. Gray's voice, too.
You taped my voice, did you really?
Yeah.
I've had my voice taped a lot. And did you get this for a birthday?
Yes.
About which one?
Um,
How old are you now?
I'm 14.
14, huh? Well, that's a pretty good age to be. Or are you 13?
No, I'm really 14.
You're really 14, going on 15. All right, how about Santa Claus and you? I'm going to ask most everybody about Santa Claus because it's getting close to Christmas time, you know. What do you hope Santa Claus will bring you?
A radio.
A radio.
Uh-huh.
A transistor radio?
Yes.
They're pretty handy to have around, aren't they? Okay, let's talk to this fella behind you. All right, we have another boy, and your name, please?
Bobby DeBose.
Bobby, let's suppose that you didn't go to school. What would you like to do?
Get me a job.
All right, what kind of work would you prefer?
Work on a farm.
Are you pretty good at driving a tractor?
Yes.
Couldn't be driving one much right now, though, could you?
Mm-mm.
What could a person do if you were working on a farm now?
Nothing but feed cows. And
Do you ever chew tobacco?
yes.
Have you chewed any lately?
Yes.
Like maybe this morning?
Nope.
You didn't chew any tobacco this morning? Did you chew some last night?
Yeah.
Do you always take a good look at your teeth and see if you got any on your teeth?
Yes.
You need to take another look. How long have you been chewing tobacco?
Ever since I was 6 years old.
Does it make you sick?
No.
Did you ever swallow any tobacco juice?
Yes.
Did you ever swallow any tobacco?
No.
No. Why do you chew tobacco?
I don't know.
Does it have a good taste?
It's better than smoking.
Better than smoking. What brand do you prefer?
Beach nut.
Beech nut, huh? That's kind of sweet, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you want, or do you ever mix it with something?
No.
You don't use any straighters or any day's work or anything like that, or Five Brothers?
No.
See, I know all about this chewing tobacco. I don't chew, but I used to sell a lot of it. Okay, let's talk to a girl now. Yeah, come on over here. And your name?
Lorraine Doggett.
Lorraine Doggett. And Lorraine, let's see now. You have a middle name?
No.
You're just plain Lorraine. And how about this time of the year? Do you like Christmas time?
No.
What time of the year do you like best?
In the summertime.
Why?
Because it's warm.
You just like warm weather better.
Yes.
How about hot weather?
No.
Now you haven't always gone to school here, have you? Tell us where you've gone to school.
Well, I went to Jefferson, I went to Shoemaker down Cave and Rock, and I went to Beulah Heights. That's all.
That's all. And you see, you have what? One sister?
I have 3 sisters and 1 brother.
3 sisters and a brother. And you're the baby.
Yes.
Boy, oh boy, they treat you like a baby?
No.
They don't. How they treat you?
Awful.
Do you ever chew tobacco?
No.
Yeah. You never chew tobacco. You ever smoke?
No. Yes.
You ever drink any beer?
Yes.
You haven't been drunk lately, have you?
No.
Well, that's good. Because I get drunk, boy, that's get you in trouble. You stagger around and don't know what you're doing. Do you have something you'd like to tell us about Christmas? Santa Claus, what he's going to bring you?
Yes, I'm going to get a new record player for Christmas.
How old is Santa Claus?
I don't know.
How old is Santa Claus at your house? About 50?
Imagine.
All right, let's talk to this girl. All right, and your name?
Sandra Beaver.
And Sandra, how you like this weather?
I don't.
What kind of weather you like the best?
Summertime.
And you prefer summer because it's warmer, is that right?
Yes.
And how would you like for the temperature tonight to get down about 10 above zero?
I don't.
Well, it's going to. Did you know that yesterday it got about 40 below some parts in this country?
No.
Let's suppose that you could go on a vacation over the Christmas holiday, any place in the world. You could fly there in a few hours. Where would you like to go to?
Hollywood.
Hollywood? What would you do out there?
I'd see a lot of movie stars.
Do you like movie stars?
Yes.
Who's some of your favorite movie stars?
See. Elvis Presley and Little Joe.
Little Joe. You know, someone told me one time that they thought that I kind of looked like a movie star. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
And they got my hopes all built up, and I said, do you really think that I look like a movie star? And they said, yes, Lassie. Bobby, pull the door to, will you, please? What do you think about that? They's kind of exaggerating. I don't look like Lassie, do I? I look like Boris Karloff, don't I?
No.
All right. Thank you for talking with us. Now we have another girl. And your name, please. Come on over here closer.
Marion Hayes.
Mary, have you had the opportunity to hear your voice before?
Yes.
Let's see, what did I see yesterday? What was that boy's name you was writing down? Was it David?
Yes.
You know some David, do you? You had, was it David Ard?
No.
Where's David Ard? I thought it said there, David loves somebody or somebody else. You was talking about somebody else, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I thought. How about Santa Claus and you? You going to expect to see him?
Yes.
Which one of the reindeers do you think is most important?
Rudolph.
Why is Rudolph important?
His red nose.
Well, what good is the red nose?
I don't know.
Why? I'll ask somebody else why this is important. And what's the one thing you hope to get for Christmas that you think you maybe might?
Transistor radio.
Oh yeah, we're all getting about the age where you like transistor radios, and they are real handy to have around. And I believe you have a sister, brother, don't you?
I got 5 sisters and 1 brother.
5 sisters. Boy, that's a pretty good sized family, isn't it? How many are younger than you?
All of them.
You mean you're the oldest of the whole bunch? Boy, I tell you, I bet that it's kind of difficult to feed all the mouths, isn't it?
Yes.
I'd sure hate to have that many to feed. Well, thank you for talking. Now let's start over here and go down this row. And we have another boy here, and we've got 2 rows completed. And your name?
Ralph Williams.
I see you have heard your voice taped before, haven't you?
No.
You never have before. You know, you have.
Yes.
Someone has taped your voice. Well, you didn't get a good taping, I don't think, off of Bobby. He had a small recorder. But when I started taping voices of boys and girls back about 10 years ago, there just hadn't been any of them I ever heard their voice before. But tape recorders are rather popular today, and I had one of the first ones around this part of the country. Well, I suppose one of your favorite activities is basketball?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about this year, what you guys have been doing. About the first and second team, about how many games they won.
Well, the 7th grade team, we lost 4, and won 5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the 8th grade team won 6 and lost 3.
They lost 3, did they?
3 of 2.
I believe they lost 2, didn't they? See, North City and Harrisburg beat them, and they came close to losing another or 2, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot of injuries this year, haven't we?
Yes, sir. Jimmy Minzy got some out of the knee. Scott and Randy Oliver broke his foot.
Mm-hmm. So that's really bad. That's more injuries than I can recall ever having before. Let's see now. You're going to have a Christmas vacation before long. What do you hope to do over the Christmas vacation?
Well, I'm going to go to Evansville.
And visit some?
Visit my sister,
Visit your sister. What's her name?
Jean.
I don't guess I know her, do I?
Jean Todd.
Now you have, 2 sisters and 2 brothers?
Oh, well, altogether I got 7 sisters and 5 brothers.
Do you really? 7 sisters, huh? They must be quite a bit older then, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't remember just the last 3 or 4 of them. Well, thank you for talking. Now we got another boy. And your name?
Sydney Kingston.
Did you know that Sydney's a rather famous name?
Uh-huh.
You know there's a famous city in the world named Sydney? Where is
Cindy off Australia.
That's right. So you ought to go to Australia sometime and stand out there and say, "Hi, Sydney," and he says back to you, "Hi, Sydney." And I wonder where Australia is.
In Africa, I guess.
In Africa? You think it's in Africa? Huh? Well, there's a lot of things in Africa, but I don't believe it's in Africa. And what do you like to do, Sydney?
I don't know.
Don't you work quite a bit? Don't you have a paper route or 2? Tell us about your paper route, about how much time you have to spend on it.
Well, I got a daily journal, and I spend sometimes it takes me an hour to get through, and sometimes it takes me about 20 minutes, sometimes it takes me about 15 or half an hour sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And you work each morning and evening, is that right? Or it's just Sunday?
I just work on Sunday and on the afternoon.
In the afternoons. How'd you like to have a morning route?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. Have to get up too early, wouldn't you? All right, another boy. Another boy. Thank you. All right, come on over a little closer, Bobby. And your name?
Bobby Buchanan.
And do you like the name Bobby?
Yes.
Let's suppose your name wasn't Bobby. Let's suppose you could just didn't have any name and you could choose it yourself. What would you like to be called?
Leroy?
Like to be called Leroy. Well, is that part of your name?
No.
Do you have a brother that's got part of that name?
Yes.
That's what I thought you did have. Well, now, maybe you could tell us something here. I don't understand this completely. Now, you didn't go to school last year here, is that right? Where did you go to school?
Fishers, Indiana.
Uh-huh. And were you staying with a brother?
No, I stayed with my uncle.
Were you staying with your uncle over there? Well, you know, I didn't realize that. Several months of school had gone by, and I wondered where you were, and I couldn't figure out where it was. And I was talking to Terry, I believe, and he said you were over in Indiana. Well, you going to get anything for Christmas?
Yes.
Like what?
I don't know just yet.
Do you hang up your stocking?
No.
You never have ever hung up your stocking?
No, I let my mom do that.
Oh, well, we used to hang up her stocking, and well, it's all the same, I guess, if she hangs it up, isn't it? And you know, back when I was a lad, if we got just, all we expected to get was just some candy and maybe an orange. Boy, that was a big thing. But today, of course, it isn't a big thing, is it? All right, let's talk to this next boy. Got to hurry along so we get everybody on here. And your name?
Don Taylor.
And see now, Donald, you late this morning?
No.
You mean you got to school on time?
Yes.
Brother, that's a record, isn't it? Maybe you could tell us something about your paper route, Donald.
Well, I usually get up around 4 or 5 o'clock and go over by Jefferson School and fold 73 papers. And this morning we had to put them in wax paper bags where they wouldn't get wet.
Mm-hmm.
And then time to get on the way, it takes me about an hour and a half. And when I was about 2/3 way done, my sister found me on my route and she took the rest of my way. My paper out.
It's kind of bad on a cold, damp morning, isn't it?
Yes.
I guess, though, you make a little money off that.
Yes, I make 7 cents a paper a week.
And so that helps a little bit, I suppose. It kind of interferes over getting to school sometimes, doesn't it?
Yes.
And let's see, now you have, how many brothers?
6 brothers and 3 sisters.
Well, that's a big family also. I guess I don't know all of them either. I know some of the latter ones. Well, let's talk to this boy. And maybe you could tell us your name, please.
Eugene Pilkington.
Do you like the name Eugene?
Yeah. Yes.
Do people call you anything else?
They call him Hunky.
I don't hear that too awful much anymore. They just don't call you that as much as they used to, do they?
No.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know.
But the first time I heard your name, that's what I thought it was. I thought that was your real name, but it isn't.
No.
Do you have a middle name besides with the Eugene?
Eugene's my middle name. Earl's my real name.
Oh, Earl. Earl Eugene. Seemed like it ought to be Eugene Earl, but they got Earl Eugene.
Yes.
And, well, you tell us about Christmas time.
I want a Monopoly game
What else?
and a television.
Haven't you been kind of puny this week or last week?
Yes.
What's been wrong with you?
I don't know.
You've just been sick. How'd you feel? Besides being terrible. Feeling terrible.
Bad.
How'd it affect your head or your stomach or how?
Head and stomach.
Both of them. Okay, another boy. And your name?
Danny Riley.
And Danny, you got a pretty good sized arm on you there. Where'd you get that muscle?
I don't know.
Is that muscle or is that just the way you grew?
Well, I grew, I guess.
Are you very stout?
For my age, I am. I mean, for my size.
You ever wrestle any?
Yeah.
Can you wrestle most of them boys around school pretty good?
Most of them, not too many.
Who can throw you down?
Well, Prince, he gets pretty good.
Who does?
Prince.
Oh, Prince does, huh? Well, you don't want to let him throw you down and fall on you, but because I know, because yesterday I was walking along down there in the hall and I stopped and he was walking along just lollygagging around and ran into me, and I went back and forth. So I know how it is when he runs into you. I think he was sightseeing or something. Do you believe in Santa Claus?
No.
You don't think Santa Claus will come see you? Do you expect anything for Christmas?
Yes.
Well, will Santa Claus bring it?
I guess.
That's what I thought. All right. Now let's get come ahead up there, Darrell, or somebody in that row. And let's see. Now we're asking about brothers and sisters. You only have about one, don't you?
3 sisters and 2 brothers.
Oh, you do. I don't guess I knew that. I thought it was just you two. Is Elmer the oldest of the family? And then you have some all the way down. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk to Darrell. And that is Darrell what?
Rash.
Uh-huh. And I told somebody one time I had a rash, and they said, well, where? And I said, he sits on the front row in my class. And they said, is he as bad as a rash? And I said, yeah, he breaks out all over.
No, I don't.
And Darrell, what do you like to do?
Fight and shoot a shotgun.
You like to fight?
Yeah.
Was somebody smaller than you?
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
About like Reed.
Can you whip Reed?
Yeah. But he hits me a fat cast.
Oh, I bet that cast would hurt, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if I hit him back.
Tell me something. I know you kind of like to fish, too, don't you?
Fish? Yeah.
Tell us about the biggest fish you ever caught.
It was about an ounce.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
caught
yeah. That other one weighed a pound an ounce.
a pound an ounce. That's a pretty good sized fish, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What'd you catch that on?
A bug. This artificial bug
Well, I mean, you had a
Yeah,
reel.
fly rod.
Where'd you catch it?
at the reservoir.
What'd you like to do when you get grown?
Be a hunter.
You mean, well, how you gonna make a living being a hunter?
Uh,
You gonna take people on safaris or something?
be
a
a
guide?
plumber.
You're gonna be a plumber. You're gonna help your dad and kind of learn that trade. That's not too bad a trade, is it?
No.
Okay, let's talk to this big giant little fella here, and maybe you could give us your name.
Wayne Willis.
Wayne, I asked him what he'd like to do. What would you like to do when you get grown?
Drive a truck.
Does your dad drive a truck?
Yes.
Where does he drive a truck?
He drives Freddie Denny.
What do they haul?
They haul sand and rock and chips.
Does he work pretty regular?
Yes.
I bet he puts in some pretty long hours in the summertime, doesn't he?
Yes.
Does he ever come home pretty dirty?
Sometime.
Sometimes. How do you get along with him?
Well, I don't know.
Does he ever tan your hide?
Uh-huh.
Why does he do that?
'Cause I'm too mean.
All right, let's talk to this fellow. And maybe you could tell us your name, young man.
Timothy Allen Castile.
Do you think that maybe if I could do okay interviewing people on the street?
Yes.
How would you like to do the interviewing?
I wouldn't.
Ask all of them questions. Would you like to do that?
No.
What do you like to do? What's one of your favorite pastimes when you're not around school?
Playing tennis.
Play tennis? You have a racket?
Yes.
And when did you start playing tennis?
Last year.
Who do you play tennis with?
My brothers.
Can you beat him?
Sometimes.
Beat him sometimes, huh? You go out to the tennis courts, I suppose, out here by the Lions Club.
Yes.
Why did you happen to take up tennis?
Well, I just got started playing it.
Did he have he started playing, maybe then you kind of liked it and you picked it up?
Yes.
There's some more Castiles, aren't there?
Yes.
You have about 2 or 3 brothers, I believe.
5.
5 brothers? Are you the baby?
No.
There's one smaller than you? That's right, I believe I have seen him. And there's 2 smaller than you?
Yes.
Well, there's a big bunch of them. Well, I've had about 3 or 4 of them in school, I suppose. And now I've got you, and I've got 2 more to look forward to, right?
Yeah.
You think I'll ever stand to have them?
Maybe one of them.
Maybe one of them. Okay, now we have a girl. We're getting down toward the end. And move over a little closer. And your name?
Etta Harper.
And how do you get along with your little brother?
Don't have one.
Oh, you don't have one, so you must get along quite well with him, right? I kind of believe maybe you took ill not too long ago, didn't you? Can you tell us what's going to be your difficulty? Low blood or something like that?
Yes.
How do you enjoy being sick?
I don't.
Not very well. I'll bet you don't. Well, let's talk about Santa Claus and you. Now, you tell us about Santa Claus going to bring you.
Little small tape recorders.
That's a small what?
Tape recorder.
Oh, well, boy, they put out these small ones, don't they? What are you going to do during the Christmas vacation?
Sleep late.
You like to sleep late. Do you get sleepy easily? Go to sleep easily?
Yes.
That's kind of a sign of having kind of low blood pressure, isn't it?
I don't know.
Well, my wife, I know, used to have low blood pressure a lot. She used to go to sleep easily. And what would you like to do, Etta, when you get grown?
Oh, I don't know. Be a housewife, I guess.
Be a retired millionaire? Like be a housewife. If you're going to be a housewife, have you picked anybody out yet?
Yeah.
You've already got somebody picked out, huh? I don't suppose you won't. Shh. I don't suppose you won't tell us who it'd be.
Johnny Murray.
Oh well, we would know him, or I wouldn't. Okay.
He lives in Arizona.
Oh, in Arizona. Okay, out around where Goldwater came from. All right, let's talk to this girl.
Barbara Kingston.
And Barbara, do you like that name?
Yes.
And let's see now, Barbara, do you like to dance?
Yes.
What's your favorite dance?
Twist.
The twist, and how long have you been twisting?
Not very long.
As long as the twist's been out, maybe?
No, not that long.
Not that long. Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Do you ever use any bad language?
Little.
Little, I kind of thought maybe I heard some kids making some remarks the other day going across the playground. I don't guess that would have been you, would it?
I don't know.
What are you going to get for Christmas?
Maybe a transistor radio.
And you know you keep backing away.
I know.
Are you afraid of this microphone?
No.
You afraid of me?
No.
Sometimes people are afraid of the mics. And so you have a sister in 8th grade.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And you have other brothers or sisters?
I have one more sister at home, Phyllis.
Okay, thank you for talking. All right, now we come, you know, you've heard the expression, last but not least. Well, this is the case. Last but not least. And what's your name?
Bobby Prince.
Bobby, what's the idea of running over me?
When?
Yesterday.
I felt like it.
Felt like it, huh? No, I kind of believe it's accidental because you kind of look surprised as I did. Did you?
Yes.
And let's see now, Bobby, what are some of your favorite pastimes when you're not around school you like to do?
Fight. Play pool.
What else?
Play ping pong machine. Bingo.
Mm-hmm. How do you get around?
Walk.
How about a bicycle?
Nope. Got run over.
When was this?
About 2 weeks ago.
How did this happen?
I've come down to high school hill and this old man didn't have no driver's license and he was going blind and clobbered me.
Boy, you could have got killed, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
Well, that would have been kind of bad. Did it really tear the car up a little?
Nope.
But it did.
Smashed my bike.
But it did smash your bike. What, did it just knock you off and off to the side, I suppose, huh? Well, okay. Thank you for talking. And now I believe that we have talked to everyone. We may have, I think, one absent or two. And we have been recording from the science room. This is 7B. And this is, of course, getting close to Christmas time, December the 17th, 1964. Well, we're going to do some more recording. This is 7A. It's in the afternoon, and it looks rather like snow or cold weather. This is December the 17th, 1964. And as I said, this is 7A science class, and we're going to record the boys' and girls' voices. We have been discussing this or are discussing this in our unit in science. I know many of them have heard their voices recorded before and played back, and some have not. But this is something I want to do to keep as a record of that they were here in class. We're going to start over here at this row, and we're going to talk to Karen first. Come ahead. All right, now to help speed up the process, if the next person would just be waiting in line. Okay? Come on over about like this. And your name?
Karen Johnson.
And how does it feel to be first, Karen?
Terrible.
Are you just a little bit shy about this?
I don't know.
Let's see now, Karen, I'm going to ask several of the boys and girls, because this is right before Christmas, what they're going to be getting for Christmas. What would you like to get?
A new record player.
A new record player. You're still backing up. Come on over here some more. I want to watch what we're doing here. What else?
Some new clothes.
How about some records?
Yes.
Let's see now. You wouldn't mind if I asked you about your brothers and sisters, would you?
No.
How many do you have?
I have 8 sisters and 3 brothers.
You come from a big family, too. Are you the baby?
Yes.
The baby of the family. How about that, huh? Okay, let's talk to this girl. All right, and your name?
Sandra Irvin.
Sandra, have you had your voice recorded?
Yes.
How did it sound to you?
Same thing.
You thought it sounded like you. Did you think it was good?
Not too good.
You didn't think it's too pleasant a voice. Now let's see now. You went to some other school last year, didn't you?
Yes.
Tell us about that school.
It was Hillcrest. It was a pretty nice school.
Who was your teacher at Hillcrest?
Mr. Sutton.
Which one's that?
Ned.
Ned Sutton. What grade does he teach?
6th.
6th grade. Is he a preacher?
Yes.
Did he ever preach any to you?
No.
He didn't. And let's see, I believe you're a pretty good friend of Ann Jones, is that right?
Yeah.
Do you live close together?
About 2 blocks away.
Okay, let's talk to this girl. And see what your name is.
Linda Davis.
And I think we're related, aren't we?
Yes.
You're Davis, and so am I. And your dad's, let's see, your dad is a grasshopper or a cricket or something like that, isn't it?
Cricket.
Cricket. Do you know how he got that name?
Well, because he ran as fast as a cricket when he's a little boy.
Oh, is that right? Oh, well, crickets. Do they run fast?
Yes.
You don't know who gave him that name, I don't suppose.
His dad.
Oh, his dad did. Well, boy, I tell you, these names will stick with you, won't they? And what do you like best in school?
You mean subject? Arithmetic and science.
Why didn't you say science and arithmetic?
I don't know.
Oh, you like arithmetic the best?
Not especially.
Not especially. Boy, I tell you, you're on my side. See, that means you like science. And these people like science. Boy, they always get the best grades. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
That's not right. All right, let's talk to the next girl. We got a bunch of girls here, haven't we? All right, and what's your name?
Karla Mahaffey.
Karla, I suppose that you were through high school, and I imagine that George would try to send you to college. What do you think you would like to do when you grow up?
Be a librarian.
A librarian. Now, I wonder why this would be.
I like books.
You like books. When did you develop this interest?
2nd grade.
In the 2nd grade. Well, you've had this a long time, haven't you? Well, you know there's a great demand for librarians.
I know it.
And do you have any idea where you would, a good school that you could go to for this?
No.
And what are you expecting Santa Claus to bring you?
I don't know yet.
Haven't you dropped any hints yet?
Yes, I want clothes, but that's about all.
I think this is a common thing for boys and girls your age. All right, there's someone behind you, and almost every time I see you, she's with you. And what's your name?
Emily Elder.
And Emily, I guess you kind of like Karla?
Yes.
Kind of grown up with her?
Not just, I met her in 4th grade.
Oh, 4th grade. Now, I see you together quite a bit. Do you ever fuss at each other or ever get mad at each other?
Once in a while.
Uh-huh. How long does it last?
About half a day.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever did tell you, but you remember when we had the, you know, the thing out there at the gym one day, and you did some describing of something? Your mama was here to see you. You know how the United States began or so forth?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You don't remember doing this, doing a bit? You came out there and said something kind of like James did back there?
Oh, on Thanksgiving play.
Well, I always want to compliment you if I hadn't, because I thought you did a nice job. I thought he did too, but I'll tell him when he gets up here. And you have a big, bossy sister, don't you?
Well, she's not bossy.
Her name is Dorothy?
No, Pamela.
What's her middle name?
Pamela.
What's the rest of her name?
Dorothy Pamela.
Well, that's what I thought. I tell you the reason why I knew this, because we call her Pam here, but I noticed this in the paper last night where a Dorothy P. Elder was going to school or at Carbondale. You see it in the paper?
No.
You didn't see that? Well, you ought to look in the paper once in a while. All right, let's talk to this young gentleman. And when are you going to go on your rounds?
I don't know.
Well, you just need to get your beard on. You go play. Are you going to be Santa Claus again this year? Are you?
No. No.
You think you can make good Santa Claus?
I don't know.
Have you ever been Santa Claus?
Hell. Oh, well, I did once over at church.
I have. I've been Santa Claus. You have to go ho ho ho. You have a tape recorder?
Yeah.
How about what have you done with the tape recorder? You and that little skinny brother of yours.
Oh, well, me, Dick, and Gary have done TV programs on everything.
Uh-huh. Well, are you getting pretty good with it?
I guess.
What do you want for Christmas?
Oh, well, what I want is already I got, and a set of encyclopedias,
Boy.
and I got a ring laid back and a telescope.
You must be a bookworm. You a bookworm?
No,
You know what a bookworm is?
it reads a lot.
Yes, that's right. Did we miss you? All right, come. You're next. Come on up here. I got to record your voice. I don't have it. I'm not going to ask you that. Come on. It's all right if I ask you your name, isn't it? What is your name?
Janice Willis.
And I want to say on here that we thank you for letting us use your recorder.
You're welcome.
And what do you like in school?
Social studies and science.
Social studies and science. You're kind of like her. It goes science and social studies, doesn't it? Is that right?
Yes.
And do you play the piano?
Some.
What's your favorite selection?
I don't know.
Can you play chopsticks?
Mm-hmm.
Is that hard to play?
No.
Okay, you can sit down. All right, here's a rambunctious one. Come a little closer. What's your name?
Sheila Woolard.
And Sheila, what makes you so lively?
I don't know.
You eat Cheerios?
No, cornflakes.
They give you this. Cheerios give you this go power, don't they?
Yes.
And do you think that Julie Beck's a very good influence on you?
I don't know.
Well, I notice when you get you two together, it's kind of like I don't know what. It's perpetual motion, I think. What do you like for Christmas?
I want a TV for my room.
A TV for your room. You think you'll get it?
Yes.
Well, now why are you so confident?
Because I've already found it.
Already found it. In other words, you mean Santa Claus not going to bring it?
No, I've already found it before Mom hid it.
Oh. So Santa Claus not going to bring it.
Oh, yes, he's
All right, let's talk to this girl behind you. And your name?
Julie Beck.
And did anybody ever call you Bully Jack?
Yes.
Who calls you that? What does you and Sheila laugh about all the time?
I don't know, just different things.
In other words, you're just trying to enjoy life. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Who would you say would be your favorite recording artist today?
Manfred Mann.
Who? Manfred
Manfred Mad.
Mad?
Yeah.
You mean like M-A-D, Mad? Or Manfred Mann? What's his name?
Yeah, Manfred Mann.
What does he do that is interesting? I mean, what song? I know, but what song?
Do-Wah-Diddy.
A what? Do-Wah-Diddy?
Yes.
That's a song? That's the title to the song, a Do-Wah-Diddy?
Yes.
I guess, well, maybe I heard it. I don't know what they're saying. Maybe that's what it was. That could be true, couldn't it? How do you get along with your little brothers and sisters?
Different days, it depends.
You have something special for Christmas you're going to get?
Clothes.
What in particular would you like to get for as far as clothes?
New coat and...
That's good, new coat. All right, let's talk to this gal, our girl, behind you here. And what's your name?
Cheryl Hafford.
And Cheryl, you, I believe you must be in about 7th grade.
Yes.
I figured that all out. And I see, Cheryl, you're interested in what besides school?
I'm being a nurse when I grow up.
Being a nurse. Well, that would be fine. I believe you told me that before, hadn't you? Or something was said about this? You'd be a nurse?
Yes.
Did anybody ever compliment you on your dark eyes?
Yes.
You know what they remind me of?
What?
You really want to know?
Yes.
Did you ever see a bird dog? No, seriously. No, I really don't. I don't mean it that way. But you have, haven't you seen? You know, they all have. Most of these bird dogs have real large dark eyes. I really think though it's nice. I like dark eyes, but they do. Wouldn't you all agree that you've seen them have these big, real big dark eyes? And you just want to be just a regular nurse, or do you want to do some kind of special nursing?
Just be a nurse.
Well, I'll tell you what you do now. You keep this in the back of your mind, and this is your goal, and to study your science and study the rest of your classes, and you'll be educated enough that you can get into nursing school. Okay? All right, let's talk to this fellow. And then we now have a boy. And your name?
James Butler.
Now, I know that you're rather new to these parts, so maybe you could bring us up to date to where you were last year.
New Jersey.
Tell us about the school and part of the state and so forth.
It was in southern New Jersey. It was a pretty new school. It was run about the same as this, only they'd make you stay after school because it was out in the country and not many kids lived close to it.
And they'd make you stay after school? Well, they wouldn't make you stay after school. Well, you don't have to stay after school much, do you?
No, not much.
Well, they wouldn't really hurt because you could stumble home as close as you live, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about the play, you know, we had for Thanksgiving. And of course, I'd already told you, but I thought that you had a wonderful delivery on what you were saying.
Thanks.
Matter of fact, you can see this in people, and you might even be interested sometime in using your voice, because you had a very good delivery, and the expression and the way it would flow forth, you know, it sounded real good. So, of course, as I said before, you're quite talented anyway, so no telling what you might do. You like Illinois?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to go back to New Jersey?
Uh-uh.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. All right, let's talk to this girl. Moving right along, and your name?
Deborah Mulvey.
And Deborah, you know Jerry Mulvey?
Yes.
I used to have Jerry in school. You're a little bit prettier than he was.
I know it.
Oh, you know it? Well, I was just kidding. Because he was a pretty nice looking boy. And who do you look like?
My daddy.
And what's your daddy's name, and what does he do?
His name's Gerald Mulvey, and he's a technician.
Does he know what he's doing?
Yeah.
Did he ever fix anything?
Sure.
Like what?
Well, he built us a stereo, and he fixed people's TV and radios and wash machines and icebox.
Oh, he's kind of talented, isn't he? And you like to go to school?
Yes.
You like to be with the boys and girls and talk and go back and forth from here to yonder?
Yes.
That's an important part of going to school, isn't it? Being with your friends?
Yeah.
All right, there's a boy behind you, and we're going to talk to him. How are you, Chester?
Fine.
What's your name?
Pretty Scott.
I hope you don't get mad by calling you that, you know. But Freddie has had you had just a little bit of bad luck, haven't you, this year?
Yeah.
Tell us about your what difficulty you have.
Well, I've had too much exercise.
That's what the doctor said?
Yeah.
And what did it do to you?
I don't know what the name is, but I can't pronounce it.
Glasgow-Slaughter's disease?
Yep, that's correct.
Condition. And what does that do?
Your bones, I don't know, stick out, I guess. That's something like that.
You have a part of your leg in a brace or a cast?
Sort of like it's a brace. It helped me to make me walk stiff.
So you're going to have to wait a while before you play more basketball?
Yeah, about 2 months.
I bet you'd like to be able to go ahead and play, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Did you know I used to have that trouble?
Yeah, you told us.
But I never did quit playing. I didn't know what it was. And of course, I got a big knot on my knee, but it usually caused from a slight injury, isn't it?
Yes, I think so.
But you don't know how you injured it. It doesn't have to be much. You don't have to. You can just fall down and do it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And what are you going to get for Christmas?
Tape recorder and clothes.
You're going to get one of these little small tapes?
I think so. I don't know.
You hope that's what you... Have you written to Santa Claus yet?
Mm-mm.
You have written him a letter to him? Well, how will he know?
I don't know.
Well, how are you expecting to find out if you want a tape recorder? You're going to have to sit down and write him a letter. You know, this is about the 17th of December.
I know it.
When are you going to write that letter?
No.
Okay. All right, let's talk to this fella. And I'm going to be good around him because, buddy, he might work you over. All right, what's your name?
Danny Potts.
I think he's a pretty good boy, though. He seems to be kind of pretty good boy. Although once in a while I see him picking on Reed out in the gym, and Reed picking on him like today at noon. And Danny, of course, I realize that science is one of your favorite subjects because you have such a wonderful teacher. But what else do you like?
Arithmetic.
What would you say you like least about school?
I don't know.
Well, how about lunchtime?
I like it.
You like that? How about study? You like to study?
Not too good.
Not too good. You make pretty good grades, don't you?
Yes.
What are your ambitions?
I don't know yet.
To be a you don't know. Well, let's see. You want me to help you think of something? Maybe we can. You might want to be. Now, when you do this, we can't put it on tape. It will go on tape. Well, anyway, you don't know what you're going to do, but you think you'll ever get married?
I hope not.
You hope you'll never get married. Now, that's no attitude to take. Just think. Now, here you are, a nice, handsome boy like you. You're going to disappoint some girl.
Mm-mm.
Hmm?
Mm-mm.
You don't think you'll ever get married? No. How would you like me to play this to you about 10 years from now?
It'll be okay.
And we'll see. You bring your wife over, and we'll play this, and he'll say, "No, I'm never going to get married."
That's right.
I will say, "Oh, you'll be some little girl, and oh, she'll be so sweet." You know, this happens all the time, though. I've had kids tell me this, and then I'll remind them later on, and I say, "I thought you told me you weren't going to get married." Well, I changed my mind, Or some girl changed it for them, Yes? What's your name?
Pamela Archer.
And Pam, are you a brat?
No.
No, you're not really, huh? Who told me you was a little brat?
I don't know.
Do you like school?
I guess.
What do you like best about it?
Social studies and science.
Social studies and science. I think you're ganging up on me. I think you're just doing it now just for spite. You're all saying science second. If you had one big wish for Christmas and you could have anything you wanted for Christmas, what would you choose?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, I know you haven't, but I'm giving you about 5 seconds to think about it.
Well, clothes, I guess.
Clothes. Do you think clothes makes the person?
I guess.
Do you really?
Well, personality, really.
Oh, yes. Personality is very important, isn't it? But clothes does help a great deal, doesn't it?
Yes.
How do you get along with Jane?
Oh, all right.
You don't mind if I sit down, do you?
No.
When you get as old as I am, you get tired easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's talk to this next girl. Got to move along, and you're a little bit too far away. And your name?
Sharon Verwers.
Now, Sharon, you've heard your voice before, haven't you?
Yes.
Did it sound like you?
No.
Did it sound good or bad or indifferent?
Well, I don't know.
But you were surprised when you heard your voice, is that right?
Kinda.
Did you ask the question or make the statement, "That's not me, is it?"
No.
Many people do this. Would you say your eyes were blue?
Oh, kinda.
And I believe I asked you about that one time. They look like your father, is that right?
Yes.
And I believe your father is a gas man?
Gas man and plumber.
And a plumber. What kind of gas does he handle?
Bottle gas.
What would you like to do when you get grown?
Oh, be a librarian or a piano player or a teacher or something like that.
Did I ask you if you still take piano lessons?
No.
You just learn on your own, is that right?
Well, I used to take from your neighbor, but she moved away, so I don't anymore.
She moved away, didn't she? But she doesn't have a piano now, does she? Okay, let's talk to somebody behind you. Yeah, there she is. And what's your name?
Tina Hill.
And you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
Somebody you like a little bit better than normal?
No.
Do you ever walk home with any boys?
Yes.
Are boys more interesting now than they were 2 or 3 years ago?
Yes.
That happens. You know that? It seems like as you grow up, they get a little more interesting. What would you like for Christmas?
I don't know.
You haven't told Santa Claus either.
No.
Well, you and Freddie Scott need to get together and you write on the same letter, and you can say this. This is for Tina and Freddie, and said we'd like to tell you now before you leave, because once he takes off, and he gets Rudolph in motion, and that Rudolph's nose starts glowing and starts going around and around, it's too late then. I wonder how he finds all the houses.
I don't know.
You don't know. Let's see, I believe you have a sister that graduated from high school last year.
Yes.
You're going to get behind me here in a minute. And how many? Do you have some other brothers and sisters?
Yes. I've got 2 brothers and 2 sisters.
You got a brother in the 4th grade, don't you?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Well, let's talk to the boy, and then we'll have one more row. Hope we get everybody on here. And your name?
Ronnie Taylor.
And you like that name?
Yes, I do.
Well, now what's this? Why do you say Ronnie Taylor? Is that like Ronnie Taylor the Fourth or something?
I don't know.
I don't know either. How about you? Are you going to get anything for Christmas?
Yeah.
You mean Santa Claus really going to bring you something?
No, but my mom will.
Oh, but your mom will. Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Nope.
Why not?
Because I caught my mom last year.
You believed there's a Santa Claus until last year?
Yep, because I found all the toys in the closet.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Do you think it's very good English to say yep?
No.
I don't think it is either. I suppose you get along wonderfully with Donald.
That's a laugh.
Yeah, I agree, because I don't get along with him either. Now, let's see. Where's Junior now?
Chicago.
Does he come home very often?
Nope.
How about your other brother? What's the other one's name besides Junior?
Francis.
Francis. Where's he?
In Chicago.
Are they working pretty close together?
Yes, they work in the same factory.
Make pretty good money?
I don't know. I've never seen none of it.
Oh. Okay, let's talk to this girl. Well, that's a pretty good answer. I guess maybe you haven't. I thought maybe you had heard them. They had told you. All right, Janet what?
Woods.
Let me get up here and get a little bit closer here to my thing. Now let's see now, Janet, what have you been doing the last few days? Have you been making something?
Yes.
What?
Painting the doors.
Uh-huh. And what did you put on the door?
Santa Claus.
Looks real pretty. You and whoever was responsible for them, I think it looks nice from the outside. That's why it's supposed to look good from the outside, isn't it?
Yes.
What's David doing?
School.
Where's he going to school?
Eldorado Township High School.
He's still in high school. It's his last year.
Yes.
And Sally's married.
Yes.
And she has a little girl.
Yes.
And where's they live?
Chicago.
Chicago. And how about you and Santa Claus? You been a pretty good girl this year?
No.
Do you expect Santa Claus to bring you anything?
I don't know.
Well, haven't you kind of hinted around for maybe something?
I wrapped them all.
Oh, you wrapped them up. Okay, well, let's talk to your friend here. This girl with you. And your name?
I'm a snaker.
And let's see now, Oma, I would like to ask you what you'd like to do when you get out of school.
Be a pediatrician.
What do they do?
They're children doctors.
Oh, you're going to be a doctor, are you? You're going to be high?
I don't know.
You're going to charge outrageous prices?
I don't know.
Do you think doctors charge too much?
Yes.
I bet if we'd take a poll, we'd probably find out that most people feel that way. How about Darryl? Is he getting along pretty good in high school?
Yes.
Do you get along with him pretty good?
No.
What seems to cause the difficulty between you two?
Well, I'm the youngest, and he's oldest.
And, well, what does this cause friction between you? He thinks you're the baby and you think he's the boss?
Mm-hmm.
Does he try to boss you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You don't like it?
No.
Okay, let's talk to this girl. And your name?
Crystal Smith.
And let's see, Crystal, Do you know anyone else named Crystal?
No, not really.
Do you know why your mother selected that name?
Yes, my neighbor her mother knew this lady who was named Crystal.
And so your mother thought that would be. Did she think it was pretty or different?
I don't know, both I think.
How do you spell it?
Krystal.
Let's see now. You do have a little sister, don't you?
Yes.
What grade is she in?
She's in the 4th grade.
Oh, well, we won't have to put up with her for 2 or 3 more years, will we?
No, not yet.
And how about you? You looking forward to the 25th of December or the night before?
Oh, yes.
What have you told Santa Claus to bring?
Well, I don't know. I haven't really said anything in particular. Just almost anything.
Do you ever wear these crazy hose?
Yes.
What do you call them? Now, maybe they're not crazy. Yeah, they just look that way to me. What do you call them?
Just toes, I guess.
Don't they have a name, really?
I don't know.
Does anybody know what they call them? Textured. Well, that's unusual. Do you think this will catch on? Everybody will wear them?
Well, a lot of people do now.
Oh,
I think it will, yeah.
Is this for everyday wear or for dress up?
No, dress up, I think, mostly.
Okay, let's talk to this boy. Then we'll have about 3 more. Come a little closer here. And your name?
Ronnie Kilgore.
Good old Ronnie Kilgore. You live on McCaney? What street you live on?
Olive.
Did I ever ask you what your father did?
Yes.
Did you tell me?
Yes.
Well, what was it? I forgot. What does he do?
Ellis. He's worked
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
Ellis Trucking
Company.
That's right. I remember you telling me that now. And does he like to drive truck?
No.
What would he rather do?
I don't know. Retire, I guess.
He don't like to work at all.
I don't guess.
Well, you hear him complaining about having to work?
Yes.
Do you think maybe that he'd rather not have you around?
I don't know.
He never did really come out and say, I wish you'd drop dead or anything.
No.
Never done that. Well, where does he go to with these trips?
All over the place.
Did you go to Indianapolis?
Yes.
Memphis?
Yes.
And what would you like to do when you get grown? Retire?
No, be a lawyer.
A lawyer? Brother, you're going to have to start studying a little harder.
I know.
Did anybody else tell you don't need to stay besides me?
My mother.
How about the other teachers?
Yes.
You know this fellow standing behind you?
Who?
The fellow standing behind you.
Yes.
We're going to talk to him next. All right, and your name?
Ricky Woolard.
You a basketball star?
Yeah.
Really? Boy, there's no conceit in your family, is there?
No.
You know why?
I don't know.
You know what they used to tell me? There's no conceit in your family. You got it all. How many punts you made? How many is the most you made in one game?
9.
How many is the most rebounds you got?
I don't know.
You don't pay attention to rebounds. You know they're important. Has your team won very many?
Yeah, I guess.
How many?
5.
And lost?
3.
Lost 3. Well, that's still winning, isn't it? Well, if you're a star this year, don't tell them what you'll be next year. Right?
Right.
All right, how about you in Christmas? You going to get anything?
Yeah.
What?
Tape recorder.
Boy, I tell you, I wish I sound tape recorders. Where are you getting it?
I don't know.
You just don't know, but Santa Claus is going to bring it. Is that right? Okay, Richard. Have a boy here that's real dark hair. And I won't say more about your hair. What's your name?
Richard George.
And I did tell you the first time I saw you, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what I said first time I saw you?
Yeah.
Where were you?
Downtown.
What was you doing? What were you doing the first time I saw you? Come on, tell us.
Working over Dale Rash.
Yeah, you was working Darryl Rice over. I kind of got a little bit worried. I thought you was going to hurt him. Yeah, you had your arm around Darryl's head and you was just poking him like this. And I thought, well, if he don't hurt Darryl bad, he probably needs it. And and let's see now, what street do you live on?
901 Flanagan Street.
Flanagan? Where in the world's that?
Down by Panama, down there, through there.
Well, I know where Panama is. Is it one goes this way?
This way.
No, Panama goes this way, doesn't
Yes.
it? It also goes, is along there with Big Four or along through there?
Along Big Four.
It's kind of a short street, maybe?
Yes.
Well, maybe that's the reason why I've never seen that. I've never heard of Flanagan Street. And do you have any more in your family besides you?
Yes. One brother.
And is he older or younger?
Older.
How much older?
9 years.
Oh, well, he'd be about 20, 21?
Yeah.
Did he go to school here?
Yes.
Well, I don't believe I remember him. Does he have the last name of George?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, what's his last name?
Arnold.
Well, I still don't remember him. Dion Arnold. Oh, yeah, I remember him. Yes, I remember him. Yeah. Let's see, where did I see him last? Where is he now?
He's in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Yeah, I was talking to him not too awful long ago. Well, let's talk to this boy just a few minutes. And your name?
Gary Suits.
And I guess you think that's a pretty name?
Yes.
Are you a star?
No.
Well, Ricky is. He's a star. If you don't believe it, just ask him.
Ricky Star.
And, of course, you and Rick both playing basketball this year, and Ronnie there. And who else? Do we have anybody else? Of course, Fred's not playing now. And what would you like to do when you grow up?
Be a doctor.
Be a doctor. You had to make pretty good grades to be a doctor, don't you?
Yes.
Did I say something yesterday about you singing that song again today?
Yes.
Have you been thinking about it?
Yes.
Did you practice?
Yes.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, you take the mic. Don't get too close. Now I'll watch this over here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, direct from the Chez Paris in Chicago, we have the fabulous voice.
Gary Suits. Down by the river that flows by the coal yard stands wooden houses with shutters torn down. There lives a girl everybody calls Patches. Patches, my darling, of old shanty town. We planned to marry when June brought the summer. I couldn't wait to make Patches my bride. Now I don't see how that ever can happen. My folks say no, and my heart breaks inside. Patches, oh, what can I do? I swear I'll always love you. It may not be right, but I'll join you tonight. Patches, I'm coming to you.